Have you ever wondered what games you should keep or you should lose? Find out here at Purge Reviews.
Race Across the USA is an educational game, and I will probably judge it that way because it isn't intended to be the most fun game in the universe. Instead, it's kind of designed to have a little bit of fun while you're learning something, probably in a school environment. Now, we use this game as a school homeschooling little trick to get the kids to learn and exercise what they have learned in the past. And I think it works in that regard. If a kid had a choice between doing traditional schoolwork or playing a game, they're probably going to pick playing a game. Now, if they had to choose between this game or one of the great Haba children's games, they're probably going to pick one of the Haba children's games. But that's not an option for them during school, and I think this is where this squarely fits. Are there better, more fun educational games? Perhaps, but this one works for the intended purpose. In this game, the kids have to go to certain states, and when they're able to roll and move to get to that space, they have to answer questions about the United States and different attributes like capitals and geography and little fun facts about the states, and they'll earn that state, and then they'll move on to the next one. Once they have enough of those states, the 5 that they have to collect, then they are the winner of the game. Now, you can play this where there's a winner, or you can just play it where like you have to collect all 5, and once you're done with school for today, you can go on and do your own thing. Whatever it may be. But it's just a trivia game about the states where you're rolling and moving around, and I think it does a fairly good job of that. You're going to have different questions based on their grade level, and that's really helpful, especially when you're playing with siblings who may not all be the same age, and I think that works great here. So, as an educational board game, I think that it works fine. We utilize this in our homeschooling program. But as a board game, I don't know that it has the fun factor that kids are going to be looking for. I don't think on a sleepover when their friends come over to play, this is necessarily what they're going to pull off of the shelf. But for educational purposes, I think it definitely works. Here's Race Across the USA game. This is a fill your brain with state names, capitals, locations, and facts. So let's take a look at this inside. We're going to have a rule book, which we'll take a look at in a few minutes. You will get you can see everything is just kind of in here. Everything fits in nicely. You're going to get a map. Guess what you're going to get a map of? Yep, the United States. Look at that in all its glory. I have a lot of cartoon things here and etc. That looks pretty good. You're going to get some planes. These are going to be plastic planes for each of the colors you'll have. These are very attractive. Put those up there. You're going to get a regular 6-sided die. You're going to get a card for each of the states with a little picture on it and a fact about it. These are a little thin, you can see here, but they do a fairly good job of what they're trying to accomplish. And then you're going to get a green pack of cards and a yellow. And these are going to be questions that you're going to have throughout. You're going to have some score cards that people will be able to put their scores on, one for each player. These are pretty nice. They just kind of sit down on the board and they're fine. And then you're going to have the questions. And I mean, there's tons of questions here. You can see double-sided, and it has the grades on it. So this is like 3rd and 4th grades, and this is 5th grade and up, as you can see down here. For an educational game, you're not expecting a whole lot. Very easy. The components are fine. Here is the rule book. It's printed in black and white. You can see that's just the cover there. No pictures really inside, no picture of the contents, but I think it's fairly easy to understand what's going on and then how to win the game, and just some advertisements on the back. You'll probably need about 5 minutes with this or less, and you'll be ready to play. So each player's going to take a scorecard here, just divvy up the questions here. I just set them here so you could easily see. You're going to have these little square cards separated by color. Then everybody starts out in whatever state they are from. So let's say one is from Kentucky. Maybe you have a kid from Colorado. They can always pick their favorite state if they want to. It doesn't really matter. And you just have them out, and that'll be their starting location. Each kid's also going to decide, maybe mom or dad will decide, you want to answer 3rd and 4th grade questions or 5th grade questions. And there's 2 decks, depending on the difficulty required or maybe what you're studying at school at the time. So each player is going to get one of these cards that will tell them the states that they want to visit in order to go. So let's say you want to go to Delaware, Arkansas, Alaska, Connecticut, Colorado, and California. Those are the states that you're trying to reach. And everybody will have their own set. I'm just leaving them here for ease of you being able to see, but each player will take these and maybe see what the route they want to travel through. But these are the cards they'll be trying to get. Once they get all these cards, they will be able to win the game. So the player's going to roll the die to move around the board, and you move the number of states listed on your die.
Two ponds can't be in the same location, so you can have two people in Colorado, so you can technically block somebody. And let's say this one wanted to move two because they want to get close to Arkansas. They can move one to Oklahoma and one to Arkansas. Arkansas is one of the states we're trying to get to. Now, if you land on a state that you have, which we have in this case, we land on Arkansas, we want Arkansas, then we'll be given a question that we can try to answer. So let's say I'm doing a 34th grade question. The person to my left will read the question. Alaska is the biggest state in the United States. It's about 663 square miles, including water, or about a fifth of the entire U.S. What's the smallest state? Connecticut, Rhode Island, or Oregon? And then if you guessed Rhode Island, you'd be correct. You get Connecticut or Oregon, you'd be wrong. If you're correct, then you earn the state that you're on. I earned Arkansas. I would put it on my scorekeeper over here, and I would be correct. If I am incorrect, then I would lose my turn, and I would not get to add this card to the scorecard. The first player to get all 6 of their states will be the winner of the game, and you just kind of go around answering those questions and learning about the states that you're going to and learning about other states also.
Who should buy this game? Anyone looking for an educational game about the United States and the states in particular. If you're looking for something to interact with what they're learning in school, or maybe you're looking to join in their homeschooling program, this can definitely fit this bill. It's a trivia game about the United States and the capitals, etc. So your mileage may vary. If you're not looking for something educational, then this game isn't going to be something that would fit your bill. For us, it would be a keeper for school purposes.